Hello, and thanks for joining us one more time for Confessions and Convictions, the weekend edition of Stories of Great Christians. We're coming to an end or a conclusion of our story of R.G. LeTourneau, a wonderful man of God who God taught a lot of things, and we can learn a few things from him. Today is chapter 8, and so without further ado, let's get to it. And if you feel so inclined, leave a comment at the end. And don't forget, tell a friend, hit subscribe, join us so you don't miss out. We're getting ready to go here, and here we go.
Stories of Great Christians. From the Department of Broadcasting of the Moody Bible Institute in Chicago, we bring you Chapter 8 of Mover of Men and Mountains, the story of Robert Gilmore LeTourneau. We struggled through the Depression years. Struggled is the right word, I think. And most everybody who lived through those days knows what I mean. We were building construction equipment, and I continued to be a contractor, finally discovering that even in this area of life, I could not serve two masters. That's when R.G. LeTourneau Incorporated decided to do only manufacturing. 1930 was the year we made some $34,000. I decided to withhold the Lord's share until the following year, plowing back all of the profits I could into the new business. Well, a year later, in 1931, after a near construction disaster near Boulder Dam, we wound up the year with a loss, not a profit, of some $32,000. I had enough sense to realize that something was wrong, and most likely it was because I wasn't putting the Lord first. I won't bore you with a profit and loss statement, but just let me say this. Within 5 years, our sales topped the $2 million mark.
Bob, are you still working?
Yes, Evelyn.
Oh, Bob, you'll be late for your meeting at the mission.
Meeting? Tonight?
Bob, you forgot.
Evelyn, I can't go tonight. I got to work out this problem. It's very important. And I seem to be so close to figuring it out.
Looks like a series of pulleys.
Well, I'd like to call it a power control unit. You see, there really ought to be an easier way to lead the cable off into any direction. We can't do that now.
Oh, and you've been at it all day.
Well, maybe. Working at it another hour or so, I can...
Bob?
Okay, Evelyn. First things first. I keep forgetting. Nothing much I can do down at the mission tonight except just be there and talk to somebody, but I'll go. And I'm not going because I have to, but because I want to. It was a strange experience. It was young people's night, and I always enjoyed their singing. I had to introduce the speaker, and after that I just sort of sat there, letting what was happening to me happen. I didn't seem particularly needed, but that didn't particularly bother me. The Lord was there. His Spirit was working. And being there was the right thing at the right time and place for me. It was midnight when I got home, but I wasn't sleeping. I went back to my drafting board and started to doodle with my pencil. I then had the urge to draw, and it turned out to be a strange drawing. A tangle of sheaves and cables, sheaves pivoting this way and that, the cables weaving through them. I spent the rest of the night developing the plans in detail, and my engineers went to work on them in the morning. During my lifetime, I've been granted more than 300 different patents. Only Thomas Edison has more. But the invention that came to me that night may have been the most important of them all. What it was a cable-controlled system by which scraper bucket, scraper iron, and powered tailgate could all be operated smoothly, regardless of how the tractor, with its cable winches, might twist or turn tight corners, or wrench itself up one side of a gully while the scraper was still coming down the other side. I know that sounds complicated, but this became the heart of our new carry-all scraper, and the heart of every major piece of earth-moving equipment made today, no matter who makes it.
Bob, you're sure you want to go ahead with this move?
I am, Mr. Case. Are those the papers there?
Yes, sir. Everything's in order. The Caterpillar tractor people will provide you with a sales organization, and I guess you'll be building your plant next to theirs in Peoria, Illinois. You got your land purchased?
23 acres on the Illinois River. It's old circus land.
I hope it won't flood. Being on the river like that...
Say, aren't we in the earth-moving business? Shouldn't we be able to contour that land so that we'll have our own flood control?
I guess so, Bob, and you probably will.
You might say that I built the harness and the cart, and Caterpillar built the horse. You see, back in the mid-30s, I didn't build tractors. Holt and Best, which later formed the Caterpillar Company, did that. I built scrapers and hoppers and all kinds of accessories, the earth movers. And moving to Peoria was good, because we could ship whatever contractors ordered together on the same flat car. We built the factory as we built our machines, welding frame and sides and roof together, which was something new, and which was sturdier and less expensive.
Hey, Pat, do you know what RG stands for in Mr. LeTourneau's name?
No, no idea.
If you haven't seen some of his weird designs, RG stands for Rube Goldberg.
You're going to the shop meeting.
I don't have to go, you know.
But that's a pretty good deal. Go to the shop meeting and get paid for it, or just go back to the shop and work.
I didn't start off having a factory chaplain. That came later. But early on, I'd have preachers and evangelists and missionaries come by to speak to the men. It was another way to bear witness to Jesus Christ. Which reminds me of something else. One day I was asked to speak to the Peoria Chamber of Commerce. The whole idea of standing up in front of a lot of people just terrified me. I quietly asked the Lord to calm me down and help me. Then I wondered if I shouldn't say something along spiritual lines instead of just business. I'm glad to be in a city with so many fine churches and so many Christians who love the same Lord I do. You know, our forefathers came to America seeking freedom to worship God. They put on our coins the words, "In God we trust." Now I know it was our forefathers' faith in God that made our country great. I believe we need to get back to that faith. And when we do, God will lead us out of the depression we've been in. We know as businessmen that when we have a product that won't work, it won't sell, we hunt around until we get a product that will work and will sell. Now I ask you, what's the use of having a religion that won't work? If I had a religion that limped along during the week, maybe worked only on Sunday or while you're in church, I don't think I'd be very sold on it. I think I'd turn it on into a new model that worked 7 days a week. It would work when I was at church, in my home, or out at the plant. That, my friends, is what Christianity is. What it does. It works. It isn't just talk and no production. I believe in Christianity because I've seen it work.
Who was that, dear?
Another local pastor wants me to speak at his church. Evelyn, I'm no speaker.
If the Lord is opening doors, Bob, don't try to close them. Besides, I think you're a fine speaker.
Can you take time to talk?
Of course, Bob.
Well, it's about this partnership we have with God. If we have a good year, we give him a tithe as his share. In the old days, it was forced on people. Now it's voluntary. And we're not doing much more. Not a bit more than people in those olden days.
But what is on your mind, Bob?
I'd like to set up a foundation dedicated to God. We could give half the stock in the company to the foundation and keep half for ourselves.
Well,
Well, what?
it sounds fine, but the company is getting so big. Pretty soon it'll do all the work, if you know what I mean.
You mean if we only share the company profits, it won't be personal?
Mm-hmm. Something like that.
Okay. We'll give half the company profits to the foundation and half of our own income to keep it personal.
Oh, that still leaves an awful lot. Your brother Bill says we may make $500,000 profit this year. You know, if we split that and give half of what's left. Oh, Bob.
We can always return the excess to the company for expansion. I'll tell you what. Let me call Carlton Case in California. He's still the best lawyer I know.
Good to hear your voice, Bob. What's on your mind?
I want you to set up a foundation for us. A foundation to sponsor religious, missionary, and educational work for the greater glory of God.
All right.
I don't know what the laws are, but I want you to fix it so that the funds of the foundation can never be used for company or personal purpose.
You're out of your mind, but then you always were.
Be sure you understand me. Neither I, nor Evelyn, nor the children are to be able to take back any of the stock or money given to the foundation or earned by it, ever.
I understand. A perpetual and irrevocable trust.
That sounds good. Get to work on it, Mr. Case. Eventually, that foundation would own 90% of our common stock and 90% of our income. It became the largest Christian foundation of its kind. As I've mentioned before, a guiding principle for me has been, not how much of my money do I give to the Lord, but how much of the Lord's money do I keep for myself. After all is said and done, everything belongs to Him. The business operation grew, and so did our ministry for Christ. We started a little publication called Now, with news of the company interspersed with the good news, much of this written by my brother-in-law, Tom Olson. I also found myself spending most of my weekends traveling somewhere to witness for Christ. On May 30th, 1937, Evelyn, the company male quartet, and I were driving to Bob Jones College.
When are we going to stop for lunch?
Oh, Bill, you're always hungry.
We'll stop in Murfreesboro. It's about 12 miles ahead.
How are we doing up there, Evelyn?
Oh, I'm sitting between two fine boys. And you're a good driver, Peter.
Thank you, ma'am.
I never worry about Peter's driving. Hey, why don't we sing? There's sunshine in my soul today.
Oh, Pop, you're just going to have to invent a better way to carry a tune.
Well, I never built any airplanes, but I can still get up in the air.
Oh, I don't follow your logic.
There the sunshine, blessed sunshine, when the peaceful, happy moments roll.
Where did that car come from?
Going pretty fast.
Peter, that driver's not watching the road.
Oh!
Peter, our driver, and his brother Orrin were killed instantly. So was the driver of the other car, and the two passengers he had turned around to talk to instead of watching the road. Evelyn was unconscious. My body cushioned the two boys in back, Norman Dirks and Bill Eitzen. Bill escaped almost unscratched. Bill, ease me out, gentle. I think my hip bones are broken.
Well, I don't want to move you too much.
Bill, the Lord is very near right now. I want you to see that our 6 children go through for God. Those are my only instructions. See that the children go through for God. If Evelyn and I go to be with Jesus. And so we conclude Chapter 8 of Mover of Men and Mountains, the story of R.G. LeTourneau. This is another in the series of Stories of Great Christians, produced by the Department of Broadcasting of the Moody Bible Institute in Chicago.
Ask you something. Here he's at the apex of his success. He's giving now 90%. That's incredible to the Lord, and only keeping 10% for himself. Now, with that in mind, some people might look at this story after the accident. Why did that happen? Everything was going so good. Now let me ask you something here. Do you want to stay around here and pay taxes? Do you want to look around the world and see evil heaping and piling up every day? Do you want to see people fighting over inheritances and greed? I don't think you want that. What's the alternative? Dust we are, dust we return, our physical bodies, that is. But what about our spirit? What about our soul? What about our personality? Who does that go to? What happens to it? Goes back to God, and God is eternal, and we're in God, those who put their faith in Jesus Christ. And so you do live forever, some to the good, some not so good. That's why he instructed his friend there, make sure my children live for the Lord. That's a good request. That's the best will anybody can give anybody to do. Now think about this. It's graduation then. It's not something, oh, we're all sad about it. Look at that, he didn't get to enjoy it. No. When God calls you and you finish your work in this life, hey, you're going to the next one. The Lord opens his gates. The streets are gold. Everything around is amazing. There's no sickness anymore. There's no death. You're in an eternal youthful body, and God provides. There is eating in heaven. There's work in heaven too, and we're going to learn at the feet of the Lord, and we're going to sing praises to his name. Now over there won't be helping the poor, because there won't be any. There won't be helping the homeless. There won't be any. There won't be helping the unsaved. There won't be any. But there will be worship and adoration and awe for the Creator that we thought we knew well in our minds, but barely did. Leave your thoughts and comments below. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. It's always a pleasure to have you as we come close to concluding this series. Let's go on next week and listen to chapter 9 and 10. And don't forget to hit subscribe. Until then, adios amigos. The Lord bless and keep you. See you then.